So last night I hiked up to Laurel Fork Shelter, which was only like 8 or 9 miles from Hampton, from 321 in Hampton. And I was hiking with Tom Sawyer and Huck and Hercules. They must have gone on. I think they went on to probably at least Moreland or Mountaineer, like two shelters ahead of me. So I'm about 15 to 20 miles behind them. Maybe catch up with them today. I don't know. It was raining yesterday, and I just didn't really feel like going. I don't know what they ended up doing. It did rain pretty heavily last night, but today it's really clear. Weather's okay. It was warm. It was warm when I woke up, which was unusual. So I just was exhausted. I came up here and I lay down. I was going to take a little break, and I fell asleep. And I slept for like 2 hours. So I just ended up camping here. But I'll catch up with those guys. I'm pretty sure. At least Tom Sawyer. Herc's moving. I'll catch up with both those guys. But probably Irwin, I'm looking at from here. It's probably about 3 days from here. Get there on the third day. Tomorrow I want to go today I'm going to go to Mountaineer. Tomorrow I want to get up to Over Mountain, and then from Over Mountain I think there's Cherry Gap or something like that, and then Cherry Gap into Irwin. So that would be what today, tomorrow. Yeah, get there on the fourth day. I mean, today I woke up. I was really tired yesterday. We drank a lot in Hampton, a lot of moonshine. I drank moonshine, drinking it at the Mason jar. But that wasn't the day before we left. So I'm thinking that it was just kind of. I'm just kind of run down. Today I woke up, my back hurt, which has not happened before, where like it was hard to move. So I took some ibuprofen, drank some coffee. But we'll see how it goes. It should be okay. It's beautiful weather today. We're getting up into really mountainous terrain here. A lot of up and down. No, I think there's a ridge walk today. I'm not really sure how it's going to go from here on out. But just looking at the elevation profile, a lot more up and down. So I'm basically in the equivalent of Vermont. 400 miles, just about 400 miles from Springer, which would be the equivalent of somewhere in Vermont, like 400 miles out of Katahdin. So really looking forward to finishing this this hike, getting this done. But I'm not done. I have a long way to go. 400 miles is quite a bit. If I did 10 miles a day, that would be 40 days. So got to get moving. Got to get crack-a-lacking. But I just haven't felt it. I hopefully will get my motivation back. I mean, it's basically I got to get to all you can really do if you're doing this kind of thing, if you're doing this kind of through hike. I think what I've been most successful at is breaking down the hike into, or what's led me to manage this has been to break it down into 2 or 3 day hikes. Like I need to be here in 3 or 4 days. And then you get there, and then you have to pick the next place that you're going to hit in 3 to 4 days. Because it's just crazy to think about, 400 miles, or, when I was halfway, it was still 1,100 miles. I couldn't think about that. I just had to think about where I was going to get to in a couple of days to resupply, and then just move on from that one. So yeah, feeling a little lazy. Back to my lazy ways. I realized I did actually cover a lot of territory, a lot of mileage in pretty good time for the last month. November was a pretty good month for me. October into November were quite good for me. So I'm just gonna do a little panorama up here of Laurel Fork Shelter, which is I believe this is one of the older ones. It's stone, and I know the TVA was up here, so this could be a civilian conservation corps lean-to. It's really nice. The platform's pretty level, not exactly, but we're really up on a precipice here. There's a big mountain over here. We're in a little valley. It's a really good water source, but it's down a really steep side trail. Over here, you gotta go down to about somewhere down there to get water, but it's really good. So beautiful Tennessee morning. I gotta get moving. So this is Laurel Fork Falls. Really pretty. The stream that goes down. It's up by Hampton. Beautiful falls. Southbound after the falls, I've got my 2,000-foot climb up and over. So, enjoy this for a minute. So I'm still on my way up to Mountaineer Shelter. I believe this is the Roan Highlands over here. Pretty sure we loop around this, come down the other side. So by tomorrow I should be up somewhere around in there, up in that area. But lovely country. Trail's pretty good. It's pretty well graded around here. I've heard people actually complain about the amount of switchbacks, because there is a lot of switchbacks, but it does make it a lot easier to hike, just longer. So, just getting about I don't think about a mile and a half, 2 miles to Mountaineer Shelter. Just looking over here, the Roan Highlands, the balds up here. I think that's his hump, little hump. Not really sure. It's a great view. Lovely view of the Roan Highlands. Should be getting up there tomorrow. I'm hoping to be up somewhere in there tomorrow. Somewhere in there tomorrow. In that area. And then next day, go all the way over. Down the other side. And Irwin's that way. Down over there. So, the trail's right here. We're really nowhere near a road as far as I can tell. But somebody left this bench here. And it's in loving memory of Ron Fry, or Vango, who received so little yet gave so much. Very nice thing to do. There's a little bench up here. So I'm going to sit here for a second and head on out in a minute and just enjoy this lovely view. Really, it's a beautiful view of the Roan Highlands of Tennessee. So we're right on the border here. I mean, this is right on the border between North Carolina and Tennessee, but it's lovely.